Welcome to the game. Now, as we see, our enemy is bringing the Infernape, Mega Medicham, Lucario, Toxic Rogue, Olucha, Machamp. Now, I do expect him to lead with the Infernape, which allows me to lead with my Raikou and get a Volt Switch off and possibly not break the Sash, but make it so he's not full HP, so he will die. I do expect this thing to be full Sash. So, let's start the game. As my Raikou comes in, he actually leads with Asura, the Machamp. Now, at this point I'm like, okay, this guy wants to Dynamic Punch. Let's get a Volt Switch off, go into a Powdon, because a Powdon can tank this thing for days. Just slack off. I mean, I know the confusion is problematic, but still. Nothing else in my team wants to take the Dynamic Punch, so I will get the Volt Switch. And I switch out into the Hippowdon, as I said. Now, he goes for another Dynamic Punch. He goes for the Dynamic Punch, I mean. And it's a crit. That crit really hurts, because now if I hit myself in confusion, I don't think I'll be able to live another Dynamic Punch. Granted, I do have the leftovers, and I will be over half after the leftovers recovery, as we will see right now. But that crit, it's really problematic for me, and it really hurt me. I actually played until after that crit, because seeing a turn 1 crit just hurts so much. So I go for the Slack Off as he goes for the Knockoff. The reason why I went for Slack Off was I needed to recover and make up for that crit. But I hurt myself in confusion. This guy goes for another Dynamic Punch, and my Happy Hippo is dead. Now, I needed to let my Happy Hippo die. I could not have another Mon take another Dynamic Punch and get confused, and it would be just rinse and repeat, so I rather leave my Powdon die. I know it sucks, but still, I can still win from this position. So, at this point, I'm not sure what I should bring. And I decide to go with Roller, just to Will-O-Wisp this guy. In hindsight, it's actually a bad play. I should have come with the Victini and gone for the Zen Headbutt. But here I am with Rotom, and as I am going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, it hits me. He could switch Infernape in to tank the Will-O-Wisp. So I decide to predict the Infernape switch in and go for a Hydro Pump. And it's a massive over prediction on my part. It really is, because now see that Hydro Pump does nothing. Now he's gonna Dynamic Punch me. It will do almost half, and I will get confused, and this sucks because if I don't break through, I just lost another Mon, and Machamp is still only at half HP. So I'm like, okay, this guy is not going to switch out. It was an over prediction to go for the Hydro Pump, as I said, because even if I went for the Will-O-Wisp and the Infernape came in, Infernape has a really bad matchup against Rotom Wash, so I would be okay with that matchup. I should have went for the Will-O-Wisp, and at least it would have done nothing to me. Now, I am going to fire off my Will-O-Wisp for real this time, and let's hope he stays in. We break through the confusion, and we go for the Will-O-Wisp. We land it, of course. He does have the no guard. He gets burned, and he will go for the knockoff. Just like before, he just did the same thing. He knocks off my Chesto Berry, which won't allow me to get a free rest up. Now, as we saw, I am at 60 HP, which means that I'm not at a high enough health to be able to tank that whole lucha, which could be a problem. That whole lucha is really fast and could do a number on my team. Now, I decide to go for the rest because I need this thing as high HP as possible. I could go for a wall switch, but I don't want, as I said, any other thing to tank a dynamic punch because the confusion is really problematic. So I'm gonna rest up. Let's see what it goes for. We get to full HP, as we will see right now. And he goes for another dynamic punch, which is okay. I mean, I'd rather him stay and go for a dynamic punch. He's burned, he's not gonna do too much, rather than just switch out, predict my rest, and have the possibility to set up multiple times on me. Now, at this point, I'm like, okay, this thing is going to switch out, but who does he want to bring in? Does he bring in the Medicham and go for fake out? I wasn't really sure. He knows I'm asleep, he knows I can't wake up for the next 2 turns, so he pretty much has free switch in, and he can do whatever he wants. Now, I do have to predict this accordingly, but in the end I decide to stay in, as you will see, and he brings in the one thing that I wasn't expecting at all, which we will see in a second. He does bring in the Nacho Libre, the whole lucha, and I'm like, okay, why did he bring this thing? He definitely brought it in to set up. So, there goes my first turn of sleep. What does he want to do? Does he want to go for the sub, or does he want the sword stance? Because depending on what he does, my switching could be either great or it could be really bad. So, if he goes for the sub, I was thinking, okay, I can maybe go into Mega Low Pony, get a fake out, break the sub, switch out into Rotom again, to tank the acrobatics or the flying type move. Now, if he goes for the sword stance though, I could go into Scissor. I know I can take a high jump kick, and I can revenge heal it with Aerial Ace. Even if the Life Orb recoil takes me with it, that trade is definitely worth. So, I actually thought about this so long that the timer ran out, and it went for a Volt switch, and we will see that now he goes for the sword stance, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be problematic. I am fast asleep, and at this point I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay in. I'm gonna go for the Volt switch again. Let's hope we can take a flying type move. He actually goes for the sky attack. I think he predicted me to go out. I think this is a pretty bad misplay on his part. He should have gone for the high jump kick. High jump kick actually killed me. I did the calcs. I didn't do the calcs properly. I thought I could live one, but it does kill me. Instead, he goes for the sky attack. So the reason he goes for this is to get the power herb activate to get the unburden boost, but he doesn't really need the unburden boost right now. Now, I will live this, and I will wake up. But the confusion is still there. I forgot completely about the confusion. Let's play the clip. And we hit ourselves. Great. We hit ourselves after crit, after 2 hits. I mean, the hacks are just against us this game. But still. Now, this thing is a problem. Who do I want to switch it to? I figure I'll go into Scissor. Why? Because as I said before, I can take a high jump kick and revenge kill it. So Scissor is actually the only one to save me from losing this game. Bring in Scissor, goes for the high jump kick, he went for the Aerial Ace of course. And that's another crit again. He crits me again when it matters the most. The Hippowdon crit is whatever, but this crit mattered so much. So much. This is game over for me. I really can't do a thing. And I send in my Raikou. Now, why do I want to send in my Raikou? I figured my low pony dies to an acrobatics, and so does my Victini. So I figured I have to bring in Raikou, force him to go for high jump kick, and maybe he will miss. That was the only hope I had, for him to miss the high jump kick. After 2 crits, I think it should happen, to be honest, but it's whatever. So Raiko comes in, he will go for the high jump kick, I will go for the T-bolt. There's no way I'm going for the bolt switch, which might not kill. I need as much power as possible. I mean, bolt switch will definitely kill if he misses the high jump kick, but I don't want to take any chances. So, he goes for the high jump kick, he connects actually, and that's a dead Raiko. There's nothing I can do, this game is pretty much done. Those crits, man. So, in comes the Victini. I'm just gonna bring my Pokemon and just let them die. I could have run and just forfeited the game, but I was, okay, let's just play it out. Let's just give him the option to go for the 6-0 because he actually earned it. I played really bad this game. Goes for the acrobatics. This is gonna kill, and it doesn't. We live on 1. We land a Zen headbutt, and we kill this thing. See ya, Nacho Libre. You fucking yeah. See ya, man. In comes the Mega Medicham. He will revenge me with a fake out. Thank God we lived on 1 HP. I mean, yeah, instead of a 6-0, he will get a 5-0, but at least we kill it. At least we will kill it. So, Victini dies. In comes the Strawberry or Mega Lopunny. As I go for the fake out, I mean, there's no reason not to go for the fake out. I get the speed boost from the Mega Evolution while it's going first. So we go for the fake out. Let's see how much this does. And this will do a good 30%, which means that a return will kill this thing. Which means that maybe I have a chance. Maybe I can have a chance. I don't have Soul Stance or Power Punch. Maybe we get some lucky crits. Let's hope for it. Here goes the return. That's it dead. Medicham. And I was expecting Infernape because I am under the impression that the Infernape is sashed. No, most Infernapes are sashed. But he brings the Machamp now. Does Machamp learn Mach Punch? I'm not sure if it does. But he goes for the Bullet Punch, which is a huge relief. It's burnt, it's gonna do nothing. A return will kill this thing. And see ya, Machamp. Now, 3-0. In comes the Toxicroak. Like, okay, I did the calcs. A return does not kill. So if he goes for Drain Punch, we're done. Instead he goes for Sucker Punch, which I don't completely agree with. Not completely, actually, I don't agree with 100%. I mean, he could leave a return, he could Drain Punch me and I would be dead. Instead he goes for the Sucker Punch, which allows me to actually have a chance of winning this game. I mean, it does a good amount. It does around 27 I think it was. But we get the crit with the return. That's a dead Toxicroak. See ya, mate. See ya. Goodbye, Toxicroak. Now, in comes the Lucario. We will go for extreme speed, of course. That's what Lucario does. As I go for the high jump. And we land the high jump kick. Do we kill? Is he sashed? He's not sashed. That's a dead Lucario. And the only Pokemon he's got left, it's his Funky Monkey. Man, I'm so nervous. Here comes the Funky Monkey. Is the Mach Punch coming? Is the Mach Punch coming? No, the high jump kick. Is he sashed? No, he's not sashed. We win the game. The 5-0 sweep from our Mega Lopunny. And what a great Pokemon this is. Man, that game was just amazing. Anyway, we do earn the mighty badge from the Pokemon Reddit League. Next game will be against the Water type gym. If you enjoyed this battle, please leave a like rating down below this video, subscribe and tune in for more PRL Wi-Fi battles, and I'll see you next time.